situation where your wife hires somebody to
That's good. We got everything going.
Well, it's up to you.
I mean, you need to sound like that's it.
Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed, man.
Men tend to love and trust their sweet, beautiful wives completely. But sometimes behind those sweet smiles and loving faces lies a vicious killer. So what happens when a husband finds out that his loving wife is indeed a killer?
I'm gonna have your head on a platter. Do you want me to your face up?
Well, I think she wants to try to get me, honestly. Okay.
Here are several cases when husbands realize their wives are killers. Starting with the case of Ashley, a private investigator who took her friend's life while her husband defended her without knowing his wife was a killer all along.
She'd come over to our house every now and then. She met my wife. They became friends. Then maybe she had a problem. I don't associate with that. I just had bad feelings about the girls.
On the 8th of September 2017, a 33-year-old woman named Taylor Wright, a private investigator who was recently divorced, went out to spend the day with her friend, Ashley McCarthy. Although the divorce was stressful, Taylor had just moved in with her girlfriend and was trying to move forward with her life. Her friend, Ashley McCarthy, and her husband, Zach McCarthy, all knew each other from work as private investigators. On that fateful day when Taylor went to spend the day with Ashley, her girlfriend found it difficult to reach her, and in no time, communication with her completely went off. Soon, her son was unable to reach her as well, making it clear to her family and friends that something had gone wrong. While searching for her, Ashley told police officers that Taylor had been distressed throughout the day. She was with her before, eventually leaving in an Uber. She also mentioned that Taylor had given her $34,000 earlier to safekeep, which she had collected the day before leaving. After clearing Taylor's ex-husband as the suspect, the officer put attention on Ashley, who was the last person to see her. The officers soon began to find inconsistencies in Ashley's stories through Taylor's phone records, prompting them to dig more into Ashley. They soon found out that she had made calls on the day of Taylor's disappearance from a property that belonged to the McCarthys in a different part of the town. They also found out that Ashley had deposited Taylor's $34,000 into her bank account. After 2 months of thorough investigation, the officers were able to obtain a warrant to search the McCarthys' properties, where they sadly made a gruesome discovery: a human skull with a bullet hole. The officers then brought her husband, Zach McCarthy, in for questioning about her relationship with Taylor. However, Zach had no idea that his wife had just been discovered by the officers as a gruesome killer.
I don't know. It's probably been over a year, maybe. She was working. She and I both were working with Greg Sievers. Mm-hmm. We worked some cases together, and then I worked maybe a couple for her.
Out of Pensacola here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but we worked in Santa Rosa, and wherever the cases were. That's it. We just became friends.
Okay. And in that time, did you guys ever have a falling out or?
Never. From doing this job for so long, Taylor was not, she just wasn't, like I would just pick up little lies from her. So, and stuff just didn't start seeming right. And she would disappear for days. You couldn't get her on the phone. Greg and I would try to call her. You couldn't get her on the phone. And so she'd come over to our house every now and then. She met my wife. They became friends. And I remember asking my wife, I'm like, you think she's got a problem? She would go in the bathroom for a while. I mean, longer than normal. So I started figuring out that maybe she had a problem. I don't associate with that. I'm still trying to get on with an agency. I don't go around that. For years, I didn't talk to my own brother because of the lifestyle they live. Like, I just don't. I mean, you know me. I don't associate with people that. So I cut ties with her. I took her off my Facebook, and I quit talking to her.
Okay. When's the last time that you think that you talked to Taylor?
I remember. I know when I was in D.C. in April or March. Ash and I were in D.C. and she was wanting to go in our house to either do a report or print something out, and I was like, no, you're not going in our house. I mean, I just had bad feelings about the girl. Something, and I didn't want her, going in our house if we wasn't there. And Savannah was still there with a friend, so I told Savannah to lock the door because a lot of times we just left the door unlocked at the house, and I didn't want her to just go on in there. So, and then The last two texts, it was probably a few months back. I don't know how many months. She texted me one time, hey, can you call me? I never responded to her. And then one time she texted me and said, hey, I got a job somewhere, so, and I never responded back to her. So I cut ties with her.
Now, do you know if Ashley and Taylor continue to keep a relationship?
They did. And Ash is the kind of person that will go out of her way to help anybody. I know Ash was helping her move from her girlfriend's house, you know, or move from one girl's house to another girlfriend's house. And I know they stayed in touch like that. And I told Ash, just don't bring her around me, because I'm trying to get hired on. I thought she had a problem.
Zach kept on talking about Taylor's unstable way of life without having the slightest idea that his wife was, in fact, the main reason behind her disappearance.
She carried a bag. She had a little bag that she just guarded with her, and I just knew something wasn't right. I knew, have y'all talked to Jess Wood at all about her?
I have not.
They were hanging out for a little bit.
How far back does that go?
I don't know, just before Jess started dating this new girl. So, and I know that there was a night that Taylor was staying at Jess's house and she just disappeared for hours. And me and Jess both were like, something's up with her. I mean, something wasn't right with the girl. And we just didn't trust her. And me and Jess were like, man, Jess was like, yeah, we don't need to be around her. So.
Well, do you know how recently Ashley and Taylor were still friends, hanging out, talking on the phone, whatever?
I thought they were trying to help. I remember Taylor. She said Taylor used her box truck to move stuff and just ended up leaving her belongings in the truck. And I was like, when is she gonna come get all the stuff out of your truck? You know. And it was still, I think it sat at the girlfriend's house, from what Ash told me, for a little bit, until they took it to their office on Pace Boulevard.
Okay. And that was kind of around the time that she ended up going missing?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, some around then.
Now, when did you find out about that?
That she went missing?
Mm-hmm.
When the city come by, and they were like, hey, that she's been missing, and they said Ash was one of the last ones to be around her, so they just wanted to come do a walk. And I was like, come on in. And I told them then, I was like, man, I think the girl's got a drug problem. She may be off somewhere doing some dope or whatever. I said she's not quite honest, and I think she's got a drug problem. You know,
was that patrol that came by, or
no? That was Will Hyde and big. I can't remember.
Gigliotti.
Yeah, Gigliotti. Super nice guys. I love Will Hyde. He's a good dude. They come through, walk through the house, and then Ash left with them to go give a statement, and that was it.
Okay. Was that when she ended up, they took her phone or whatever?
I think so.
Okay.
I think she volunteered and gave it to him or whatever.
Okay.
Do you know if Ashley and Taylor were ever in a romantic relationship, to your
Ash didn't
knowledge?
like girls. Ash did not like girls. But now Taylor said, I mean, I know she was married, and I've heard her say she dated dudes, but I never saw her nothing but all she talked about was girls. That's it. So no, no. Ash didn't. She didn't like girls. I don't see that.
Zach painted Taylor in a bad light while defending his wife, as any good husband would do. However, deep down, Zach knew it could be possible that there was, in fact, a romantic relationship between Taylor and his wife.
All right, so were you trying to make arrangements with Ashley to meet up for lunch
Yeah,
that
I
day?
just always, I love, would have loved it, and she just said she was tied up with work.
Okay. All right, and do you remember what you did after eating lunch?
I guess I went home. I have a charge on there for Popeyes that night. So I remember at some point going to Popeye's Chicken on Cervantes, and I remember I had the doors off my Jeep and it was a little chilly. And I remember having to wait on my food for a little bit. So I went to Popeye's and I was by myself. Ash wasn't home. So.
Do you know where she was?
A lot of times she would hang out at the pool hall up there at Sticks or whatever with her girlfriends or whatever. So maybe there. I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember if she? Well, first of all, I guess you have a grandmother that lives out in Milton.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Does she go visit her very
My grandma?
often?
Just when we go over there.
Okay. Do you know if she went out there anytime without you back in September?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Would your grandmother have told you? Would it have been unusual and she just said,
Yeah, she would have told me.
okay. Do you know anybody that lives out in Milton?
Just my parents and Daddy, Hoyland, you know. I don't know anybody else off the top of my head, but yeah.
Well, while we're on that topic, at one point in time, the family or you, there was a farm that was out in Milton.
That's
at
her
some
family.
point.
That was her family's farm out there.
Who, Ashley's?
Yeah.
I mean, but had you ever been out there, you?
The farm out there in Milton, it's been years.
Do they still own it?
Her family does, yeah.
The officers began to ask Zach questions about Ashley's family farm where Taylor's remains were found to know if he was an accomplice or if he truly had no idea of the crime his wife had committed.
Where is it?
East Milton, out off by the railroad tracks down there.
Okay, kind of where the sheriff's office
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Like you go into Harold or whatever?
Yep, yeah.
Do you know anything about this money that Taylor had given you all?
No, absolutely not. She's never given me anything. Absolutely, but I mean, I read in the online or whatever what you're talking about. No, I've never got anything like from that. No.
Okay. Do you know anything about your finances?
No, to be honest, I give her when I work a case or and I got a settlement from my attorney, I hand it straight to Ash. She takes care of everything.
How much was that check for?
One check was almost 50 and the other check was almost 10, so almost approximately 60. I handed it straight to her.
You didn't ever, you don't want...
I've never even logged in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Never
Never.
looked on the account or gone to an ATM and pulled up account balance or anything
No,
of
the
that
only
nature?
time I've ever went to an ATM, like if I got a new ATM card, because I've had some that went bad or whatever, and no, never. I don't mess with it whatsoever. She always did.
And those checks that you said that were yours that you signed over, when was that?
One was in March, and the other one was in July.
The big one first or the
Yeah,
small
big
one?
one first, and then the small one.
Okay. And who was the attorney on that?
John Gann.
Is he here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you know anything about your bills as far as how much you owe on credit cards or anything like
She
that?
pays everything. She takes care of it all. Every single bit of it.
Is there any indication that you guys are in financial trouble?
No, I thought I'm living off my the settlement I just got, and plus she works every day. I mean, I haven't worked in a few months doing the PI stuff, but I didn't know we had any financial problems at all. No, I mean, I just got $60,000. I don't.
Have you checked to see if that money's
From
still
what I
there?
understand, everything's gone.
Where do you think it went?
I don't know.
When did you come to find out that your money or the money that was in your account or y'all's account was missing?
I guess after all this investigation started in the room, I don't know who said that. Hey, all the accounts are dry, and I hear she's got like 13 accounts. I didn't know that, But I mean, she runs her business, so I don't know. I don't have any clue.
Soon, Zach revealed that she and Ashley had an open relationship and that she was hooking up with someone. With that, the officers began to see Ashley's motive for her evil crime.
Jessica and the guy that owns it's Brandon, and she and him kind of hooked up back in. We kind of had an open relationship. I'm sure you already know that. So, and I'm assuming they would hook up every now and then or whatever, and then so whoever hangs out up there at the pool hall, I've never been in there. So.
Okay, you never.
I take that back. I went in there maybe over year, maybe when I went out collecting with Ash before, we had to go in there maybe over a year ago, something like that.
Okay. But you never hung out there socially?
No.
Okay. Now this Brandon guy, I mean, let's be honest here. They had a relationship.
I didn't know they had a relationship. I thought they were just hooking up every now and then. I didn't know they had a relationship. I talked to him before. He told me that she was lying to him, she was lying to me, and I thought they were done. And then he called me when I was in D.C. and said that, was telling me, hey, she got arrested and that they were, I guess they were still talking or whatever, and I had no idea. I mean, I didn't care if she, just was hooking up with somebody, but I mean, I wouldn't want her to be in a relationship with nobody,
Did he tell you anything about anything that she had bought him?
Yep.
What did he tell you?
He said that she bought him a motorcycle.
After a long while of asking Zach questions about Ashley's family, her relationship with other people, and how they shared their finances, the officers realized that Zach had little information about Ashley's possession, finances, and even his money with her, showing that Zach had no hand in the crime. The officers then decided to drop the bombshell. For a man who had deep trust and love for his wife, he couldn't believe that she was in fact a cold monster. It was revealed that Taylor had asked Ashley for the $34,000 she kept with her, which Ashley had used to pay off her credit cards and buy her lover, Brandon, a motorcycle. Ashley then picked Taylor up under the disguise of going to the bank because she was planning on making a quick stop at the farm where Taylor's body was eventually found. She was taken to court and charged with first-degree. She was eventually sentenced to life. Ashley's case was indeed evil, but you should meet Dalia DiPolito, whose plan to take her husband's life backfired on her.
Where your wife hires somebody to kill you.
Well, let me just tell you, I'm sorry for your loss.
I just want to see my husband, please.
You're going to jail for solicitation of first-degree murder of your husband.
In 2008, a woman named Dalia DiPolito, who was into real estate and had a successful side hustle as an escort, met and tied the knot with a man named Michael DiPolito, a very successful man who had a sheet on him for fraud. However, somewhere along the line, their marriage fell apart. It came to light that Dalia was using his criminal history against him to get whatever she wanted from him, going as far as calling police officers as an anonymous person to tip them off about her husband's involvement in narcotics. For fear of losing his assets if he got arrested, Michael had to sign off his assets to Dalia, oblivious that she was, in actual fact, the anonymous caller. However, things took a dark turn when Dalia decided to reach out to her ex-boyfriend to find an assassin who would take her husband's life so she could completely own everything he had. Fortunately, instead of complying with Dalia, the ex-boyfriend immediately contacted the cops about Dalia's evil plan, prompting police officers to get an undercover cop who acted like a real assassin who would meet Dalia to discuss her evil plan so the officers could obtain clear evidence of her intentions. Unknown to Dalia, she met with the supposed assassin introduced to her by her ex-boyfriend, oblivious to the fact that she was walking into the beginning of her downfall and a twist into a maze of the very knot of betrayal that she tied herself.
Got a picture of the house, whatever.
How soon can we get everything going?
Well, it's up to you.
I mean, I need to tell like the state, but like my understanding of everything was that like, I was going to give you what I gave you, and then that was everything. Until after the fact. And then after the fact, I guess you were going to come and like find me or whatever. I mean, I'm good for it. Like, it's not like I don't have it or anything. I mean, I know not to f*** around with you. You know certain things, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously know where I'm at.
I could get it up on Wednesday if you want me to. You understand? But I got to do my homework, Right. I got to, know exactly where the place is and how to get out of there, how to get in and out, you understand, what the neighbors want. I got to call the cops, report it to see how fast they get to that location. There's a lot of stuff I got to do. Okay. That's going to cost me a lot of money.
So if we go ahead and we do it, like, at the house, like, how soon could you do it? And
I could do it Wednesday morning. It's going to be like I break into the house. Didn't think he was going to be home because everybody works in the daytime.
Right.
I'm going to think he's at work. Boom, he's not at work, then, he gets two in the head. That's it, I take a couple things with me, break a couple windows, make it look like a robbery that went bad. It's all over. I'm gone out of there. Police going to be asking you questions, although they know it's going to be obvious what it is, and they already know, but, they're going to ask questions, because that's how they got to do it. But I don't know how well you handle pressure. understand? I don't, you know, because I don't want...
No, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you see and you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. You know, but I'm not.
You are. You're extremely beautiful.
Thank you, but, you know, I just need to make sure everything's gonna take care of.
Between now and when it's done, you know, you're not going to have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, I'm talking to him.
There's no changing, there's no, like, I'm determined already. I'm positive, like, 5,000% sure, like, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he always walks the dog in the morning.
Okay.
He walks the dog across, like, over where the lake is, and our door is always unlocked.
I'll be in the house by 6:30 Wednesday morning. 6 o'clock, you're in the gym. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, and I guess
you'll hear from me.
I'll hear from you.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye.
After the conversation, Dalia paid the supposed assassin a sum of $7,000 to end her husband's life. At this point, the officers decided to come up with a sting operation to make Dalia pay for her evil plot. However, the officers had to make her husband aware of the situation and their sting operation plan for Dalia. While discussing the situation with Michael, he then revealed some shocking events that had been happening to him since he got married to Dalia.
You already know why we're here. References whole incident that's happened in investigation where your wife hired somebody to kill you.
And pretty much we're on a fast track relationship, getting along great, everything's great, you know, and as soon as we moved out of Boca in January, and I purchased a home in Boynton, and I would say 2 weeks after we did that, I hired a lawyer to get off of probation. I started giving my wife money because she was going to provide me with the other half of the money for the probation. And
just for the record, what were you on probation for? Just real quick.
Organized fraud.
Okay.
Basically, we were trading commodities that didn't exist.
All right, that's enough of that then.
And then I provided her with $100,000. She was supposed to provide me with $90,000, and my lawyer is telling me it's not here, it's not there. She was supposed to send a wire. The wire magically never showed up, and the story was just unbelievable. And you know, what do I do with that? And then I turned around and I was going to leave, and then she got honest that she messed my money up in some wire scheme where she was supposed to send it and make money on it. And
so how long did you date before you actually got married?
We dated from October to January.
Okay.
So however long that would be exactly, 2-3 months.
Right. So that's pretty quick. So you get married, and then how long after you get married do you start, or do you ever feel that something's not right with her?
About a month and a half.
Right away.
The money starts disappearing. I had drugs planted on my truck. The officers came out to search my truck. I'm not a drug dealer, I never was.
Where did that happen at?
The Ritz-Carlton in Manalapan. I came out one day and we were leaving in the morning, and an officer approached me, "Is this your truck?" I said, "Yes, it is," and I didn't know what he wanted. He goes, "Can I search it? There's been activity on it, someone called," and I'm like, "Absolutely, you can search it." The officer searches the truck, there's nothing in the truck, he lets me leave. I figured someone called, but nobody knew we were there. It's an unexplainable thing.
Were any drugs found?
The next day I went to get gasoline in the truck, there was drugs in my gas cap. So luckily,
You had no knowledge of that?
No. I mean, thank God, you know, I let the officer search the truck, there's nothing in the truck. Thank God he didn't find them, because, you know, that would have been a disaster. Point being, though, it was unexplainable. Nobody knew we were there. Nobody knew we were there.
So what do you suspect it planted it? A hunch.
A hunch was my wife.
Okay.
And I played it through my head 1,000 ways. I thought, could it be? I'm laughing. I even thought maybe it wasn't me who put it there, you know, and didn't remember. But I don't, you know, the point is, nobody knew we were there. Nobody had access to my vehicle.
With a long history of various attempts to ruin her husband's life, the officers could see clearly that Dalia had no good intentions toward Michael and had been after his money from the very start.
I haven't had this many incidents go wrong in my life, and you know what I mean, in my life, and that I've had since I met this girl. Like, you know, I haven't had my truck searched 2-3 times, you know, I don't do that kind of shit, you know, so all of this is very out of character for me. My life is, since I met Dalia and since we've been married, the dynamics of my daily life have changed drastically. Like, I don't have police interaction anymore. I don't You know, and I've seen the police more than like 10 times probably since I've been with her over stuff that's unexplainable and sounds crazy to people. I don't tell people my business anymore because they think I'm crazy.
Let me ask you one question here that's kind of puzzling, or that we would like answered if we can. What's her motivation for having you killed? I mean, like, why not just get divorced? Or did she ever mention divorce or separation?
Never.
So, what, in your mind, what's her motivation?
We just
insurance policy?
No, we just purchased a home, and I just actually signed the title over to her until I could straighten out my other problems with probation. And also, you know, the $200 and some thousand she stole from me, I think is a big motivation. So basically, I guess with my home and everything else, $500,000 of motivation.
Was that money used, like restitution, to pay back your victims?
It was supposed to be for that, yeah.
Right.
And she stole it.
After the discussion, the officer then let Michael in on the sting operation plan and told him to remain at the station while the supposed assassin told Dalia to be at the gym so she could have a solid alibi. Moments later, the officers placed a call to Dalia to return home regarding an incident. Immediately, she got on her way home, happy that the job was done and that all she had to do was put on a heartbroken wife act, unaware that she was walking into huge trouble.
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there was fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down. Listen, right now what we need to get you to the station.
No.
We need to get you to our police station. I can't let you stay in, man. We have to do our job. If you want us to find this killer, okay? We need you to calm down. I'm gonna need you to go with these detectives, okay? Does he have enemies? Is there anyone that would want to hurt him? Okay, who would want to hurt him? Witnesses said they saw a black male running from me. I can't let you see him, ma'am. Ma'am, I cannot do this right now. Ma'am, I can't do it. Detective Yopi, I need you to take her to the station. I can't. Ma'am, go with these detectives. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go to the station with these gentlemen and tell us everything you know about who he knows, who he's connected to. Don't worry, we've already taken care of your dogs with animal control for right now. Everything's under control. And we'll take care of everything else, okay? Thank you, guys.
With the first part of the operation successful, the officers decided to move forward to the next part, where Dalia would be interviewed so they could get more information and evidence out of her.
Let me just tell you, I'm sorry for your loss.
I just want to see my husband, please.
All right, honey.
I love my husband, but I love you too.
No, you don't want to see him.
I just want to see him.
Believe me, you don't. Could you listen, please? I'm required to warn you before you make any statement that you have the following constitutional rights. This is something because we're going to videotape that I need you to sign also. It gives us the right to videotape it. You want to read that?
I don't want to be videotaped.
Well, you're being videotaped. That's all part of it.
Whose number is that?
That's your home number.
Oh.
We got that from our reports that have been filed here. And then I'll tell you what's going on here. Listen, is there anybody that you know that you think would want to kill your husband?
My husband's on probation.
For what?
He's for stock fraud.
Stock fraud? How long has he been on probation? Probation or parole? Is he spending time in prison? How much? Do you know?
2 years in prison and 5 years on probation, going on to 6 years.
Oh my God. And what was that for?
It was for taking money. It was like, he explained it like boiler room kind of, where they would take money from people and put it towards things.
Yeah. How long have you guys been married?
Not even a year.
This is tragic. Is there anybody you could think of that would want to do this to him?
I was telling the officers we've had problems already, and
what sort of problem?
He's been trying to get off probation,
Uh-huh.
and it's just been nothing but problems the whole time that he's been trying to get off. people weren't happy that he was getting off probation because it's a lot of money he's got to pay back.
Well, when you say people, who are you talking about? People that were involved with him before, or?
A little bit of everything. This was supposed to be something, when he got off probation, it was supposed to be between us. And he went and he told, you know, friends of his, he told, you know, certain people, and everyone kind of talks, and he's constantly running into a lot of the guys that he was on probation with. Like a couple days ago, we ran into someone, and that was a target. I mean, you know, and the guy comes up to us, and he's like with organized crime. It seems like a lot of the guys from Boca are starting to move up here, and we're constantly running into, you know what I mean, a lot of the guys that he knows and things like that.
Dalia pulled suspicion away from her and placed them on her husband's friends, who she claimed were after his money. She had no idea that she was playing a game that she had lost even before she started.
So it was a lot of money. It was $191,000 that he had to pay back. So we were going to go ahead, and he had the money to pay off the probation and everything like that. And then I guess somehow when he went away, some guys didn't go away. They left the country. You mean
went away? He went to prison?
Right.
Okay.
They left the country. And so somehow he was dealing with some of those guys because they thought that he owed them, and I don't know, something with that he was taking care of. So the money that he used to get off of probation, he never he never did it. He did something else with that.
Now, do you know any of these people, their names or anything like that, or where they may live, so that we may be able to follow it up? We're not going to implicate you.
The guys that left, I don't know.
You don't know them?
I don't know them.
You've never met them?
No, I mean, I know the guy that we ran into a couple days ago. I know certain names, you know what I mean, and I know certain families, they were on the news, like the guys that all just went away. I forget what family.
See, Brian and I in the squad, I only work major crimes. We only work murders, or homicides, and very serious assaults, and kidnappings, and police shootings, and things like that. We only specialize in that. We don't work anything else. So I wouldn't know about the theft of money that he may have been involved in or anything else. So I'm asking, if you know any names, then we can run these guys down and see what they know.
Well, those group of guys, they all went away. But he's saying one of them, I guess somehow he had a problem. I don't know what problem he had. It was before we met. He ran into one of these guys, and the guy, he thought he owed him something or something happened. But they went away. I don't know if the one guy that I'm telling you about, Pasquale, if he also went away or if he didn't. But this just happened like a month and a half ago. They all got arrested again, the same stock fraud stuff again.
Does his first name Pasquale or last?
I don't know.
Is it Pasquale or Pasquale?
Pasquale.
Okay. What nationality are you? Spanish?
My mom's from Peru and my dad's from Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I understand you got a couple animals at your house too, right?
So, I guess, I want to tell you everything, the whole, so that
Please
you
do.
guys kind of know what's going on.
I do.
Okay.
I want to know.
So, that's what happened with that. So he didn't know how to tell everybody what was going on with everything. And so he pretty much, he told them that, like, you know, I had the money and I took it and I got involved in like a Bernie Madoff kind of scheme because he didn't know how to tell, you know, his mom and everybody what was going on.
You're lucky.
As the investigation continued, Dalia forgot to keep up with her sad widow act. She was so focused on trying not to say the wrong words that could land her in trouble, but at this point she was in way too deep. She just didn't know it yet.
You're lucky you went to the gym.
We were supposed to go to the gym.
Oh, both you were supposed to go?
He didn't know if he was going to, he just had liposuction, and he had like 2 blood handles removed from here. I think he had something little, and 2 weeks ago he had surgery. And yes,
what kind of surgery?
The beltectomy, like the lipo that he had.
Oh, did he used to be real heavy or something?
No, he used to be, and then he got lipo done, and I guess the plastic surgeon left like 2 bulges here, so yesterday we went because he had like blood buildup in his back, so they drained it.
Okay.
So he was like, well, depending on how I feel today, but we go every morning. We haven't gone since his surgery, but every morning 5 a.m. we're both at the gym. Yeah.
You got a lot of, that's better than me. I wish I could go, obviously.
Well, you know, he's very, he used to be a drug addict, and...
What was his drug of choice?
Crack.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
And, he's recovering alcoholic, And so with him, it's very important to be like on a schedule and, you know what I mean, like have a system and very organized with everything. And
let's get back to his death. I don't know if you know, he was shot. He was shot twice, and I want you to know all this.
Do you know this?
Did they tell you out there?
not exactly. I mean, they told me he was shot. When I was at the gym, I got a phone call. I didn't hear my phone ring, and I called back, and they told me just to please come, that something happened at my house.
Yeah, he would. Evidently, your husband answered the door, and they took him back upstairs. And in your bedroom.
We have cameras, though. Why would he answer the door? Like, he doesn't answer for anybody he doesn't know. I mean, the only person, like his probation officer, is like the only, you know what I mean?
I have no idea.
He would not answer the door. We have cameras, like at our house.
Maybe he knows this person. I didn't know you had cameras because when we got there, some of your neighbors heard the commotion.
We have cameras. The front door has cameras.
Oh,
and
that's
the back
great.
door has cameras. But they don't record.
And they don't record.
Nobody knows, but they don't. We told everybody they record, but they don't record.
Oh, God.
Because he didn't want them to make a hole in the garage for the recorder to be there because of his car.
Well, when we got there, your door was wide open. When the officers got there, your door was wide open. They went in and looked. You have they said there was 2 dogs in the house in a crate or a cage or something like that. And he was found in the bedroom. He was shot twice in the head.
He wouldn't open the door unless it's somebody that he knows, because we don't open for anybody.
Now, you have to understand, I wasn't there, neither was he. We have other people there, so maybe somebody broke into the house or something. I don't know.
Notice how she didn't react when the officer told her how her husband was assassinated? Well, she was about to receive the biggest shock of her life.
Was he asleep when you left?
No, because we said sort of, but not really, because of his back. He was just kind of like...
Laying there?
He was just laying there, and he set the alarm, you know? But, I mean, I
There was no alarm.
I said, you know, I'll bring you coffee on the way home, and, you know, normal, like normal.
There was no alarm. There was no alarm sound going on.
I put our little dog downstairs, and he stayed upstairs with the big dog.
I don't know. How big is the dog?
It's an English bulldog. But
Will
he
he-
doesn't do it.
Will he bite somebody?
No, he loves everybody. I mean, he will run off with whoever he sees. The one that's very aggressive and mean is the white one.
It's probably the smallest
The
one.
little, she's
Yeah.
like 4-pound dog.
I think she weighs 200 pounds, right?
I'm just trying to...
Yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is
There's a lot that, like, I want to tell you.
I'm going to be back. What I want to do is call right now. I'm going to go out and get in touch with the officers at the scene. I want to see if the house was burglarized.
Okay.
All right, just hang on for a second.
Thank you.
Now, you know that I advised you of your rights, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay. The game's over with. Okay? There's no more games with you and I. Now we're going to get down to serious business. I want to know if you know this guy. Come here. Bring this guy in here. Get over here. Get over here. You know who this guy is?
No,
You've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before. Ever.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at him.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
What were you doing coming out of her house? Get him out of here. You're going to jail today for solicitation. You're under arrest. That's an undercover police officer. We filmed everything that you did, recorded everything that you did. You're going to jail for solicitation of first degree from your husband.
I didn't do anything.
Did you hear what I just told you?
I heard what you said, but I didn't do
Everything,
anything.
listen to me. Everything has been recorded. You were photographed in the convertible when you sat in his car in the front of CVS. What do you want to do? What do you want to do here,
I didn't do
Dalia?
anything.
Listen to
I
me.
didn't do anything.
You're going
I
to
didn't
jail.
do anything, please. I didn't do anything.
Tell me you didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
You're going to jail today. As soon as I'm done, they're going to come in here and handcuff you and take you to the Palm Beach County Jail, book you for solicitation of first-degree murder on your husband. Your husband is well and alive.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Please, can I see him?
No, he doesn't want to see you.
I so wanted to see him.
He doesn't want to see you.
Despite being completely exposed, Dalia continued with her act, going as far as thanking God because her husband, whom she really wanted assassinated, was alive. She thought the officers were trying to play some tricks on her to get her to confess. However, reality was about to hit her hard in the face.
You better quit your playing. Listen to me. I want you to quit your acting and get this over with. Yes, you are. Okay. You know what? You need a real good attorney. You need a real good attorney because we're going to show them the film where you say you're 5,000% sure you want him dead. You think I made that up? You think I made that up? It's exactly what's going to happen. I'm talking with you. When I leave this room, no other officer will ever talk to you again. Next time we see you is when you're in trial. Now, you can make it right here, or you're going to trial, and you're going to do life in prison. You want to cooperate with us, whatever you want to do. It's over and done once I walk out. I'm not coming back in to talk to you. And no one else is here. What do you want to do before I leave here? Because the next officer comes here, going to handcuff you and take you to the jail.
I'd like to see my husband, please.
No, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to see you. I'm leaving now. Can I have an officer come in here and cuff the person?
I don't know what's going on, please.
We'll go ahead and arrest her for it. Police station first street.
Can we get what's happening, please?
Can you sort of stand up?
Stand up, please.
Oh my God!
He's alive.
Come here, please. Come here. Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here.
Can't fix it.
Why not? I didn't do anything
I
to
heard
you. Mike, come here, please. Come here.
Okay. Thank you. We'll take her back to booking, please.
Even though she was playing dumb, she was charged on that same day with solicitation to first-degree murder. She was eventually taken to court, where she was sentenced to 20 years in prison in 2017. The next case is the case of this insane wife threatening her husband with a hammer.
You may either leave this property because I asked you to, or you may arrest me and put me in jail because that's the only place anybody's ever gonna love me. Thank you, sir. You get a bogus charge from that bitch over there to do nothing but make my life harder. I am going through a divorce and carrying this woman. I'm not gonna kick. I'm not a violent woman. I am not a violent woman.
Well, then don't be.
On the 23rd of November 2023, a man came to a police station to report his crazy wife, who had violated a civil protection order he placed on her by making threats at him, a report that shocked police officers.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Come on in here.
And I have blocked her, and she...
You're going to have to start with the top from me. Whoever you talked to earlier is not the same person as me, so what happened?
I got a CPO form from against her.
For who?
My wife.
Okay. Who's that?
That's my daughter.
No. Who's your wife?
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry. And she
Why don't you
hadn't
come back
been...
here? I'll take you back to the interview. All
right.
So see that. So this is CPO, right?
Yeah, and I know one of the officers out there was one of them that came to the house this morning.
Respond to when did she get served? Was that this morning, you saying?
I'm going to say probably around noon, 1 o'clock, somewhere like that.
Okay.
And it even says in her one text and a voicemail, a voice text, that she says, I don't care whether I got a CPO or not. I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for what I want.
Effective until 01/20/2024. Okay. So go ahead and show me those texts or whatever she sent you.
Okay. Go here. Here, I'll let you listen to these.
Hello, Nancy. This is a daughter of mine. How are my grandsons? I'd really like to know.
This is not important, but there is more in behind it.
Now, my plan was to move back home and visit me, but obviously that's not going to work out. And I'm not allowed to have my mail either. I just don't understand why I can't have my debit card, my Eagles card, or my new dress. Now, your dad can deliver those to Donna, the neighbor, and I can pick those up there. If they aren't there, come Tuesday, my hammer's going to meet your daddy. Probably.
My what's going to meet your dad? What? What'd you say? My what's going to meet your dad?
Hammer.
Hammer.
And that's what she used on my door. I'm so bloody scared, waking in his boots. Because it's about time that the shoe's on the other foot. Your daddy couldn't protect you from me. I asked him to, but he couldn't help me.
From when she beat my daughter ass when she was 2.
From Lindsay. I asked him to, but he couldn't help me. Your daddy couldn't help me as an adult. Because I asked him to go to the hospital with me, but he couldn't.
Rest of just But that one part I wanted you to hear where she's literally said,
you tell that chicken mother to get my dress, my debit card, and my Eagles card over to by Tuesday, or there's going to be hell to pay, period.
With the recording, the officers knew that the man's wife was indeed a serious threat to his life, and immediately they sprang into action.
I can't hear you. You have to come out here and talk to me.
I can't stay here. I told him I needed to come home. My bed got delivered here without any warning.
I can't hear you. You have to come out here and talk to me.
No help to get it in. That's what's going on. He lied to you. He told you I attacked him. I have never touched him ever in a day in my life.
He didn't tell me you attacked him.
He beats me. He cheats on me. He lies to you.
I can't hear you. You gotta come outside and talk to me.
That's what you need to know. Goodbye. Have a good day, officer. Have a good day, officer.
Okay, come out here and speak to me quick, and we'll settle this.
You are not part of my life. Thank
No,
you.
I
Have
don't
a good
think
day.
there you go.
You may either leave this property because I asked you to, or you may arrest me and put me in jail because that's the only place anybody's ever going to love me. Thank you, sir. Get the off my property.
Well, come out here and talk to me then.
I have no place to go. I have no job.
I'm trying to get your side of the story. If you come out here and talk to me, I can help you out.
How?
So I can get your side of the story.
Telling me what an I am?
I'm not trying to tell you anything. You just come out here and talk to me.
Cops do! Look at me like, why are you here? He wasn't even supposed to be there. He was supposed to be at work. He was supposed to take a little bit of stress off my shoulders. He couldn't even take care of 2 dogs.
Okay.
My trailer smells like dog piss.
Okay.
He closed my leg in a door and laughed.
I might be able to help you out with some of that if you just come out here and
laugh at me too. So, why do I need your help again? Thank you.
Well, if you come out here and talk to me, I can tell you. Lori, you gonna come outside and talk to me?
Gave him all rights to everything I own. I can't even find a cigarette.
Well, why don't you grab a cigarette and come out here and talk to me?
I can't find one.
Well, maybe I can get you one.
I just fucking have some. I got a bogus fucking charge from that bitch over there to do nothing but make my life harder. I am going through a divorce and burying this woman.
Okay, go ahead, put your hands on your back for me. Okay.
You're gonna arrest me for what?
Don't do this stuff.
No, let me have a fight. No, this ain't fair. I didn't do anything. There's a dog in there that needs taken care of. Why are you arresting me?
We'll explain all
I
that.
will. Let me go and let me have a cigarette.
Put your hands on your back.
You came on false pretenses. That's false pretenses.
Don't start kicking. I don't want to.
I'm not going to kick. I'm not a violent woman. I am not a violent woman.
Well, then don't be.
I'm not. I'm not being violent.
Let me have it.
Give me that. You break my f***ing arm, I'm going to kill you.
With the woman's erratic behavior, the officer could see that the man was indeed living with a monster, and if he hadn't spoken up in time, things could have gone sideways.
Lori, listen to me.
Ouch! 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 Oh my God, that hurt.
If you put your
Can you let my arm go? I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll surrender. Please, just let me go. Don't hurt my arm. It hurts. I can't get up.
I'm gonna help you.
I can't get up. It hurts. I don't even have a shoe on. You need to arrest me. Help me up!
We will.
Without hurting me! Now, you said I could have a cigarette.
I won't.
I just want a cigarette.
Cigarettes. Okay. I will help you. Let me see this guy. Hey, Lori.
Give me a cigarette.
Let's go.
No!
Come on. I do not want to have to drag you out of here. Please don't do this.
No, let's let her start.
Okay.
This isn't fair, you guys. This is broke.
Light it up while we're walking.
No, I don't even have one that is lit. I don't have a shoe on. I don't have a coat. I have a dog in there. All right. All right, everybody listen up. This is the thanks I get for loving my husband, and you, stupid, for getting me in trouble for nothing. All I did was try to take care of Doris. You did everything to with me. My phone, my shoe, my cigarette.
My bad.
Now, can I get a key to my house, please?
Relax.
I want a key.
I'm not
I
going
have
in
a
your
right
house. I'm not going
for a
in your house.
cigarette, a coat, and a key.
I'm not going in your house.
Don't lock it.
What do you want a key for if you're not going to lock it?
I don't have a key to get back in. There's a dog in there that needs taken care of, sir.
I'm not going in your house, not the way you threw a fit.
Anyone live here with you that can take
No, no.
No?
No. Can I have my coat, please? Can I have my cigarettes, please?
No, not cigarettes.
What about my cheating, lying husband that did me so wrong? Why do you think I live here? I asked him to leave and he wouldn't leave.
I'm not going to get the issue of the dog being in the house.
Listen.
Can you slide that on?
Can he let me move? I'm not going anywhere.
You just need to move your foot, though.
Tried not to go anywhere. That's the issue.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I didn't do anything wrong. You stupid came in here and arrested me. Yes, I called you stupid because you lied to me.
But it didn't lie.
You did.
I wanted to talk to you and
You
solve
said
some
you
problems
wanted
out
to
here.
talk to me, not arrest me and put me in handcuffs. So let's go.
Everything we were doing.
Let's go. I gotta have some control over something in my f***ing life. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Tiffany, call 911. Get me a lawyer. That ain't my dog. Hope you're happy, Kathy. It's all yours. Listen, don't step on that property. We'll get arrested. Don't you f***ing make me step on that property. I'm allowed to have a lighter. I'm allowed to have a lighter if you're gonna let me have a cigarette. You said I could have a cigarette.
As the officer drove her down to jail, the woman went into a complete rage session.
I broke it?
Yeah.
You guys are lying, cheating, son of a bitch, just like my husband.
Hey, Lori, we have a seat.
Every f***ing man.
Thank you, Lori.
Every f***ing man.
Thank you.
Cigarette. Now.
We missed that opportunity.
Now. Yeah, I'm pissed. Lying ass cops. That's what I knew you was. I should have never through the door. You let me help you. Let me help you. Yeah, you helped him, didn't you? You helped him move me out of my own home that I bought with my inheritance.
I wasn't there earlier.
He gets an inheritance, and I don't get to see nothing of it. I spent 36 years to a lying, cheating bastard who beat me. Thank you very much for allowing him to have it all.
I wasn't there.
The finances, the family, my retirement. Oh yeah, he gets what he deserves. He made the bed. Now his is tired of being the welcome mat. And she just showed him what 36 years is in 2 months' time. And I ain't done yet. He better get a divorce. I need my alimony. I need my home. I need my life under control. And he can do that. He just chooses not to.
Do you want...
He just chooses not to. Why help me?
Do you want your daughter to go get your dog?
No. You leave my dog sick. You took me from my dog. It's your responsibility to figure it out.
Well, I just tried to, and you don't want me to.
No, officer, you lied to me. You
No.
lied. You said, come on outside, let me talk.
I just didn't give you the whole truth.
I gave you every bit of truth. If you don't believe me, that's your problem, dude. I don't lie. He does. I gave you 100% truth. What more do you need from me? I admit everything
I just needed to arrest you.
If I crept on that property, I told you I crept on that property. He's the one who lies. You have it on the CPO, his lies. I did not advance him. His daughter jumped because he was advancing me. Me! But no, I didn't file a CPO because I'm a nice person. Won't be no nice guy no more. Thank you, officer. You put my fingerprints on file for the first time in 60 years? I hope you can go home and look in the mirror. I hope you can. Because he's a lying motherfucker. You gave him everything. And then you turned around and lied to me.
Who did?
You lied to me. I told you nothing but 100% truth. Don't you dare tell me I lied to you. Because I know it and God knows I'm right. Now, do you understand?
For someone who claimed not to be hot-headed, this woman sure made the ride to jail a complete nightmare.
Oh, I'm here to help you. Come talk to me.
I don't know why I gotta make my voice sound like that.
Come talk to me, Lori. I can help you. Put your ass in jail. Seriously? How do you live with yourself? How do you look in the mirror? Is there a wife on your arm? How can she be proud to look at you and ask? Or even think I might respect this man? That's what I want. I want a man I can respect. You ain't one of them either. Patronizing. That's what you all are. You all. Do what you gotta do, officer. I'll do what I gotta do. And this ain't gonna stop me. Just so you know. I got a posse too. I got a posse too. That's right, you can hear Park, Michigan.
What's that?
The phone calls I need to make. My posse. My posse. My posse needs to be
What do those guys do?
Thank you for rolling down your window for the world to hear.
It's hot in here.
You're so good to me, officer. Thank you for your help.
Well, I was trying to
I
help.
appreciate it a lot. Thank you for your help, officer. What more can I do?
Oh.
Can I bend over so you can shove up my ass? I bet you would. I mean, you're letting my husband do it. Yeah, you are.
The woman was eventually charged with resisting arrest and violating a protection order. The woman was indeed a psychotic and awful wife, but not as awful as this woman who threatened to ruin her husband's face.
Yeah, kinda did, because then he comes at me and I'm gonna his face up if he comes at me.
On March the 1st, 2023, police responded to the scene of a domestic battery between a man and his wife. When the officers began to investigate the issue, something incredible happened.
Stop. Stay back there. Stop.
Why are you yelling
Stop.
at me?
Go back there like I just said.
Why are you yelling at me?
Go back there now.
I'll step back, but I ain't going in. I'm gonna listen.
Come back here on me. What's the problem today?
That wouldn't take me to the damn store before he went to work. I've been asking this forever to take me to the store. That's it.
She wants me to take her to Walgreens to get a glucose monitor. I said you have to have a prescription for that. Turn this way so she can't hear me. I'm sorry. You're good. Oh, it's upside down, but...
Love you. I'm coming for you. I want all of you for up my life with our children. I'm gonna have your head on a platter in my mind. That's the vengeance, God, I want for not standing in my house that I took care of on my deathbed. Make sure y'all put 2 pairs of pants on when I'm with you. Then you can just take the one off. You can have the now, this is the shit he wants. He'd rather the objects.
Stop!
Wait, stop? Oh, wait, stop. What? Ah, get away from me. I'll your face
Don't
up,
touch the car.
Good thing you backed away from me.
I didn't back away from you.
Yes, you did. You want me to your face up? Step to me again.
Leave the car alone. Leave Tori's car alone. Leave the house alone. Quit destroying everything.
When the officers asked the woman to narrate her version of the story, it became immediately clear that something very twisted was going on with her.
So what happened exactly? You asked him to take you to a store, he doesn't want to?
And he said he would. He said what I want from there. Then he told me I couldn't get the shit from there. Told him I didn't need him to tell me. The store can tell my sorry.
Did she make any comments about self-harm or anything like that?
No, she said she wanted
me. She said she wanted,
wants to or is going to?
What'd she say? I'm gonna have your
head on a platter.
Dan has issues. I need VA help. He won't go down to get assessment. He just constantly is badgering me in any other way that he can.
Did you guys get into any kind of physical altercation today?
As long as he don't step to me, it's cool.
Do what?
I hit the car. As long as he doesn't step to me, it's fine. When he comes at me, then he comes at me. I don't want that phone in my face recording me. He's been showing my kids different recordings. And I know that because then when I see them, they're doing the shit I've been doing. Making the faces I was making. I'm not a complete dumb. Sorry, no one curse use. I'm not a complete dumb person, okay? I got mental issues, but it's because my brain, I just can't put, and then the phone works, and then it doesn't work, and then I can't get no one to call me back.
Things got even scarier when the man admitted that he was afraid of her. And that's when the cops decided to take the matter to another level.
Night, I'm afraid for my life. Yeah. I spend the whole time in the basement. So that's at this point, that's why I'm going to add myself to the protective order. Okay. That way I can stay here.
So you were in the car and she was beating the car, you said?
No, I wanted to get in the car. She was on the car.
Can you look up my court date? Can you call for me? Because he doesn't do anything. Can you just tell me my court date?
Just hang tight for a minute.
Thank you.
I'm sure he probably knows what you're
No, don't tell me that shit. Don't tell me he knows anything.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, did it get physical today?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Yeah, it kind of did because then he comes at me and I'm going to his face up if he comes at me.
Can you explain?
Because I hit the car and then he came at me and then I tried to get the phone out of my face because I can't have someone badgering me, trying to record me all the damn time. A wife can't have a relationship when you just watch the damn
Do you know
stuff.
why?
I don't need nothing. I'm going to take the locks off the door. I'm afraid of him. I'm afraid of him and I don't like him. When I got home from the hospital, he put his hands in here on me to get me. Then he walked away and said, I'm calling the cops to get a protection order on you. I said, you just put your hands in here on me.
In cases of domestic violence, one of the telltale signs of perpetrators is the fact that they would sometimes also show signs of aggression when talking to the police. And this woman did exactly that when the cops confronted her.
Did he make any threats to you?
Not that I remember or know of. I'll hit you if you don't get out of my way or get away from me. Yeah. He's been living in a basement for 6 months. You see it, right?
What does it have to do with this?
He comes in and out. He's living in the basement. This is not good. I want a protection order to keep him out of my home, sir. I want a lawyer. I want to sue him for mental, physical, and emotional abuse. I want to file a report.
Just calm down, please.
Now that it is clear that the man is the victim, there was only one thing left to do for the cops.
So, other than that, you showed me the video of where you're recording inside the garage. And what were her words again?
That she's going to have my head on a platter or something along those lines.
What did you interpret that as?
Well, I think she wants to try to kill me, honestly.
Okay.
I got an ex that came in and got my kids, and then everything just went whatever, haywire, which is fine. But he wouldn't let me have any communication. He tells me my kids don't want nothing to do with me. He's ran his mouth to my kids while I'm a surviving woman after surgery. He didn't help bring me up. He didn't even hardly bring me food in the room when I was on my deathbed. This man right here is disgusting. I don't even want him in my house.
By her making that threat, that it's something that she could potentially act
I think it's something that she could do in the future. As many times as she said it,
if given the opportunity.
Given the opportunity, I think she would.
All right, Minnie. So go ahead and turn around and put your hands on the car for me, okay?
No, why?
Put the hands on
You
the car.
didn't tell me why.
You're under arrest for domestic violence. Turn around.
For what? No.
Turn around.
Ah!
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now.
Don't hurt me, please. Don't hurt me. Please, I don't want to bite you. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I knew you were going to take me. Don't hurt me.
You'd think the woman would tone down on the crazy behavior after being placed under arrest, but things got even more twisted after this.
Ah!
Just try to kick me.
No, I'm not. You liar.
Now you're getting more charges.
No, I'm not. I know.
Resisting arrest.
God bless you, sir. I love you.
What are you doing?
Eat your gut.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
I'm hurting.
Spit the grass out.
Why? I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to spit the grass out. I don't want to spit the grass out.
You have anything on you? Spit the grass out.
No, I don't want to spit the grass out. I ate my hand.
Spit the grass out.
Why?
Because it's disgusting.
You hurt my elbow.
We don't need it in the car.
I don't want to be there with you.
Spit the grass
no.
out.
No.
Spit the grass out.
Take it out.
Spit the grass out, Mindy.
Take it out.
Spit the grass out.
Take it out. I won't bite you.
Thanks. You want to get more
Sounds
charges?
like a good promise. No, I don't.
Spit the grass out. Let's go.
I hate my husband. Please help me.
Spit the grass out. Come on, let's go. Spit it out.
No, I hate my husband. Help me.
Spit the grass out.
Help me.
Does that taste good?
Help me. Help me.
Why did you eat grass?
Because my husband's fucking with me.
Are you going to spit it out or do you want to leave it in your mouth?
I want to leave it.
Okay.
Thank you. No, I want you to take it out.
That's it. You gonna spit it out or what? You gonna spit it out?
I want you to take it out for me.
Let's act like an adult and spit it out.
No, you don't treat me like an adult.
In the end, she was charged with domestic resisting arrest.